What's going on, friends? Another beautiful day out here in Jom Tien, Thailand. This is Pratumnak Soi 4. We've got a new restaurant, Brooklyn. I got myself a Caesar salad and some buttermilk soaked deep fried chicken tenders. Go in here and check them out. This menu says buttermilk soaked chicken tender. I've never seen buttermilk here in Thailand, but he just told me he makes his own buttermilk and he also makes the sauce. Caesar salad was really good. Chicken tenders are great. Maybe now I can introduce you to the chef. All right, friends, out here at Brooklyn with the chef, Mr. Jonathan.
I'd like to welcome everyone to Brooklyn Restaurant and Lounge. Pratumnak Soi 4. Originally, the restaurant was located in Medellin, Colombia.
Okay.
For 2 years, closed it down, sold it, and I was looking for a nice spot, different country to open it up in, and I decided this would be the place.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
What or who inspired you to be a chef?
Well, I would say my mother, growing up, with 6 kids in the house, 2 jobs coming in, still cooking, and putting out delicious food, out of love. So, that's what inspired me. I went into the military and I spent 20 years in the military cooking, and I had the opportunity to go to a culinary workshop, which really opened up my eyes into, what the food industry is, really is about. And then I had another opportunity to get out of the military. They were offering a bonus, and I ended up going to culinary school. And I went to the CIA, the other CIA, which is the Culinary Institute of America, in Hyde Park, New York.
Yeah.
And then from there, did my journey from teaching to hotel to, opening up restaurants.
Now, I heard you say New York. Is that where the school was at?
Yes, it's in Hyde Park, New York. The school has 4 locations, but the location I went to is in Hyde Park, New York.
Okay. Is that part of the inspiration behind the name or no?
Oh, Brooklyn?
Yes, sir.
I'm from Brooklyn, lived in Brooklyn, but that is not why the restaurant's called Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's kind of a funny story. Actually, I was talking to my nephew when I was living in Atlanta, and he was like, I was telling him I wanted to open a restaurant overseas. And he was like, you should call it Brooklyn. And I'm like, why the hell would I call my restaurant Brooklyn? And he says, well, it's a name that everybody knows. So it's major city. And back then I didn't give it that much thought. And then when I researched into Brooklyn more and more and saw the diversity and culture of the city, it made sense because I've been to 36 different countries.
Okay.
And the focus is always about food. When I go to a country, I go to the market. I go watch, people cook. Not anything fancy restaurants, but street food, different things. And I try to take a little something that I've learned along the way. I've learned, dishes from grandmothers, chefs, from mothers, from different countries. So I'm really observant of what goes on, the culture. And because Brooklyn represents that, I decided to name the restaurant Brooklyn because it's about culture.
Yeah.
And it shows, I think it shows in my menu because food from, is all different parts of the world. For example, the tostones. Tostones is Latin American, it's plantains. There is no plantains, hardly any in Thailand at all. So this is actually comes from Africa, and it's brought into Bangkok. So I sauced it out. It took me like 2 months to sauce it out, to bring it here. And then pico de gallo is like a salsa, fresh salsa. But I turned it Thai by adding Thai ingredients to it. And guasaca is from Brazil. It's a takeoff on guacamole, but it's the Brazilian version. Okay. So again, I try to bring culture into the food, something different, something personal that hopefully people will like.
It kind of fits here in Pattaya because Pattaya is so diverse. Yeah. There's people from everywhere in this area, so it fits here as well.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
What about your best or signature dish? What would you say that is?
I think that grows. Signature dish that I have that I loved is Chilean sea bass. And what I do, I give it a little Asian flair, and it's marinated, seared, and then finished off. And then the sea bass is actually white and thick. You could cook it pretty much like a steak. And then it's turned black by the time I do the seasoning and put Asian flair into it. And then I cook it with basmati rice. But again, I flavor that as well. And I usually use purple spinach. Purple spinach is rare. The first time I've heard it's Asian, and you find it in some Asian markets. It's actually green and purple. And the first time I ever heard about it was from Marcus Samuelson. He came and did a demo at our school, and the CIA could source about everything and anything in the world, but couldn't source the pepper spinach, and then he got it from Chinatown. So I incorporated that in my dish, and I finished it off with a beet sauce. So take off from French. The French has a beurre blanc sauce, but I utilized beet juice to finish off the sauce.
Okay.
So that would say that was my signature dish. But at the same time, a lot of things on the menu are signature dishes that I created myself, like the spinach salad. I went in an interview at the Hilton Hotel in Florida, and I noticed that the restaurant was called Tangerine. And so when I went there for my interview, I created a whole menu based on a lot of things with citrus.
Okay.
And I ended up getting the job because of that, and that's when I created that spinach salad.
Currently, we're sitting in the lounge. Are the lounge hours different than the restaurant?
The lounge is open from 11 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. On Sunday, the lounge does brunch. The restaurant is open for dinner. The lounge is more small menus, not necessarily tapas style, but smaller portions and different plate of food that people could eat comfortably. Now, the restaurant is more dinner, focused on food and wine. And in the restaurant will feature, signature steaks, seasoning, and condiments to go along with that. So it's more of a upscale, mid-level to upscale fine dining. And strictly for dinner, and Sundays as well, the whole facility, the lounge and the restaurant will do brunch. And I will guarantee you it's going to be the best brunch in Pattaya.
Okay. Is the restaurant officially open now?
Unfortunately not. So if you have anything in Pattaya and you have skills as a cook, please let me know, because I don't positions. It's hard to fill right now. So I'm hoping to open the restaurant in 2 to 3 weeks.
But currently, you can still come.
Oh, definitely,
for the lounge.
definitely. The lounge is open. As a matter of fact, I will open the restaurant, but it will only be in our signature dining room area, what we call a VIP room. It will be open for 6 to 8 guests. I want to make sure that everything is right when we do open.
Understandable.
And I need staff to do that.
Okay. All right, Jonathan.
All right,
I appreciate you.
appreciate your time.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir.
Appreciate it. Thanks.